Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Chiquita. I am here live with you guys on YouTube, Facebook, and if you are coming in from Instagram, hello, welcome. If you are watching a recording of this on YouTube or on Facebook, hi, welcome. Please let me know that you are here eventually. Um, you can just say hi or what's up because I love to see the comments. I love to read the comments. And so today I just kind of wanted to talk about if you've seen the title, what do you do when you don't know what to do? I also was taking questions in my inbox if you have any questions regarding your own relationship or regarding any personal development or growth in general, then we can also talk about that. I'll be answering that here briefly. I'm only going to be on here for a short second, so I'm gonna just get right into it. I hope you guys are doing well. It's the end of the year. It is literally almost Christmas time, and it is also close to New Year's. I feel like Thanksgiving was just yesterday. And I also feel like we just started this year like a week ago and like it's already like moving so fast. I don't know if it's age um or in having children that's making me feel like time is going really fast because I don't remember time going so fast when I was a kid or when I was younger. But nowadays it feels like it's going really fast. So again, I don't know if it felt like that for y'all, but especially the pandemic. I think the pandemic came through and like life has just not been the same since then. I know people say that all the time, but like seriously, it does not feel the same since the pandemic started. So I'm gonna just jump right in. Again, what do you do when you don't know what to do? Or, oftentimes people are feeling stuck and overwhelmed, especially at this time of the year. Everything from the beginning of the year has piled on. Then there's the holiday pressures, with the money and the gatherings, the traditions, trying to figure out what family members you want to, be around, which ones you don't, what traditions you want to keep, if you even have the energy, the money, or the time, if you even want to clean your house to do that, if you want to travel, if you want to find an outfit. Like it's so many things that encompasses like the holiday season and time as well as the New Year is coming up. And I know that, like, usually when the New Year comes up, we all want to make New Year's resolutions. We want to think about and reflect on this year, which can be really heavy for a lot of us, for most of us probably, and just give her some. And then just understanding that, how do we want to go into this new year? Like, how do we want to go into it? To not do some of the things that we did this year, but to also do some things differently, and to make sure we setting ourselves up for the right environment, right? So anyway, what to do when you don't know what to do? Um, it's interesting because sometimes I think we need to be still, and I know that there's a verse in the Bible about being still, and things like that. I'm not equipped at all for Bible verses and things like that, but I do know that there is something in the Bible that talks about being still and being able to hear God and all these things. And so and my advice to you all is sometimes when you don't know what to do, we can say, "Oh, I'm already doing nothing," right? Like I'm not doing nothing. I am sitting here. I haven't made a move yet because I don't know what to do. But in that being still, I think is a peace, right? There's some peace and there's some clarity, and the peace has to come from knowing that things will work out. The clarity comes from asking yourself instead of worrying about things, instead of wondering, instead of stressing about things. It's the act of just saying, you know what, I'm not going to worry, I'm not going to stress, but I am going to decide what's bothering me and what's overwhelming me, and then how am I going to take myself to the next level, like what needs to be done. I always like to look at things from what's happening, what's going on, what do I understand about it or what triggered it, and then I like to come at it with a solution on what I want to happen, and then how do I get there, which is like a behavioral action plan. And I say this about everything that goes on in life, but sometimes when we're in that period of feeling stuck and overwhelmed, or we don't know what to do, and we have so much going on, we have so many decisions to make, we have so many things pulling us in multiple directions, we oftentimes just really are confused about what to do. So what I like to say is to really be still. Ask yourself. I like to write. I have plenty of journals. I like to write it out to get it out of my mind, because when I say when you get it out of your head, you can get it in front of you. It's visible. You can see it. You know what I'm saying? Like you can really determine how you want to navigate those things. If it's listening to a song, if it's praying, if it's meditating, if it's doing an exercise, going for a walk, if it's talking to your therapist, finding a therapist, if it's talking to a friend whom you trust who gives you solid advice, or a family member who's really going to help you understand and not just tell you what they think, but who's really going to help you dig deep and understand what it is that you're needing and what you're feeling and like overwhelmed about. So if you can do that, that really is a good and helpful, useful thing to us, to everyone, in whichever way you decide to do that. Even if that you're a singer or a rapper or a musician or actress or actor, and you decide to act out something or write a script about it, it's just a way for you to understand what would you tell a character. I always think of things in that way, and I think that's really helpful too. Like, what would you tell someone who, like, if you have a child, what would you tell your daughter or your son? If you had a best friend who came to you with your issues, what would you say to them? Because sometimes when we look at ourselves and we try to make decisions and give ourselves advice on how to move forward or to get unstuck, we are often very hesitant because we don't trust ourselves. We don't trust our own judgment. We don't trust our next decision. We don't even trust that we have the capacity or ability to make the right decision, let alone the next decision. Or decide what's best for us at that time, because we really are overwhelmed and oftentimes we shut down. So sometimes I like to ask clients and myself, and just in general asking myself, if this was this person, what would you tell them? And that's externalizing the problem to not be so personal to you, so that you can know that, one, the problems that you have, anybody can probably have them, right? Anybody can have the problems that each of us have. They're probably very common amongst, certain people or in certain populations, or right now in life general, we all mostly are experiencing some of the same things in various ranges. Um, but it's nice to be able to have that outside where you're not so emotionally connected. Because if it's with a friend or a family member or a stranger, I mean, more than likely we'll give them the logical thing that they should do. Whereas with us, when you're so close to things and you're feeling so stuck and overwhelmed, we are not always able to immediately think logically about what to do or practically about the situation. We often just think about the emotional connection, the emotional reasoning that we do with that situation, meaning like, oh, if I make this decision, then this person is impacted. If I make that decision, then I feel bad or I feel guilty. If I make that decision, then I won't be able to make all of these people happy. And so oftentimes we are so emotionally connected to a decision or to a next move, or to the thing that we are feeling so overwhelmed by, and we're afraid of hurting other people, we're afraid of getting stuck, we're afraid of doing the wrong thing, that we don't do anything. So again, in this overarching thing of be still, try to have some clarity and some peace and understanding exactly what's going on with you, and understanding exactly what it is that you feel and why you feel the way that you do, what triggered it, and how you want to go about it. It really has to be simple. If you are dwelling on things too much and for too long, and you're trying to weigh all the pros and cons of every of every connection to that, you really will feel overwhelmed and you'll never make a decision. You'll feel stuck. When it comes down to the traditions for the holidays, yeah, there are things that you probably do with your families and such like that. But ultimately, if you feel like this year is not for me, it's not for you. If you feel like you want to go all out this year, do that. But no matter who shows up, because the thing is, it has to be for you and not just for everybody else. And so I say that to say, when you don't know what to do, you have to go inward and not stressing and not worrying, because there's a difference between going inwardly in your head and overthinking and doing all of that, or going too deep in your emotions and taking all of your emotions for facts and reality, when emotions are distorted and they give us a distorted picture of what things are really like. Um and that's just how it goes. That's how all things are in our life with emotions and feelings. Not saying like you shouldn't validate your feelings or anybody else's, because that's what you feel, but just the idea that they aren't always indicators of how we should move through or about or with the situation. So again, I want to say, when you don't know what to do, it's important that you be still. You go to a space where you can think, you can process, not worry, not stress. You're looking for solutions. Go solutions. When you don't know what to do, go solutions, and go to the thing that's the easiest for you to achieve right now. um I mean, there's always things about long-term goals and all that, but we're not talking about that right now. I'm talking about if you're feeling stuck and overwhelmed in your life or in a situation, or with something, anything, a job, a relationship, with making a decision about what to wear, with making a decision about where you want to live, with making a decision about the holidays or all of that. Just go inwardly, take some time for yourself, breathe. And I always tell people to breathe. I literally, I would encourage you to do some breathing exercises and go to YouTube, look at the box breathing technique and method on YouTube, and it just teaches you to inhale through your nose about 5 seconds, to exhale through your mouth about 4 or 5 seconds interchangeably in like a box like format, right? So like 4 5 4 5, and you do that about 2 or 3 times. You can do it 4 or 5 times just to regulate your body, your emotions. Bring in some fresh air into you. Give yourself a new opportunity to think about and process the things that you're feeling, because I don't think that people really stop to take a breath. We breathe every single day. We're breathing, but we're not inhaling or exhaling. And that does something completely different to our bodies. Like literally that brought me peace and relaxation. And I felt some type of freedom in that moment just from being able to do that. So I always say that if you have not and you have so much on your plate and you're so overwhelmed and you're stuck, take some deep breaths and then get out a journal, a pen and paper, some paper, your phone, a notebook, make a call to somebody. Stop thinking you need to do everything alone, and jot down what it is that you're going through. Write down the problems. Here's what my problems are. Write down what's triggered it. What happened to make you feel this way? Write down your underlying feelings. I always like to share with people this. So I have, and I use this for all my clients. And of course, my baby decided to draw on it, but it is what it is. So I use this feelings wheel, right? And it has so many feelings on there, and of course, you can always Google this. You don't have to have the same one I have, but they have various ones. But there's a plenty of charts out there with feelings and emotions. And I always like to tell my clients to go and identify emotions that you're feeling. Write down the emotions you're feeling. If you're feeling disgusted, humiliated, if you're feeling foolish, embarrassed, discouraged, if you're feeling miserable or amused. I mean, whatever it is that you're feeling, if you're feeling thankful and trusting and calm, all those things are beautiful. But write down the emotions that you're feeling along with the problem that you're dealing with. And once you're done with that, I want you to think about, okay, what are some solutions? Write down the solutions to that. I'm telling you, if you want to get unstuck, if you don't know what to do, here's what you do when you don't know what to do. You have to try to get unstuck in the best way possible. But first, take some deep breaths, okay? So come up with your solutions and then think about your solutions in the fact of short term, long term. What can I do right now? What will make the most difference for me? And what is most important and close to me, not to other people, but what is most important and close to you that you want to do to improve the situation or make this change? And so when you can do that, when you can decide that, and when you prioritize your list, then you can go and see the changes that you need to make. Don't do anything that's going to cause you, or make a decision or put a solution that's going to cause you to have more stress and be more overwhelmed. If it's too much right now and it's too extra, don't do it. I'm just telling you, when you don't know what to do, it means you're stuck and it means you're overwhelmed and you're stressed. Don't add on more difficult things. Add on things, just try to unravel and unpack some of the things that you're already dealing with. So that is extremely important in these days, especially around holidays, going into the new year. We're all feeling a lot of pressure. I'm going to tell you guys already that literally, when I came for this holiday season, I decided to do some things differently. Me and my husband decided to do Secret Santa with our children. Simply because we felt so much pressure just trying to buy presents, all these things. I don't really feel like my kids need a lot of material things. I feel like they are okay. They've been doing well. They get things all year. But I feel like doing Secret Santa with them is so much fun. It gets them involved. But it also takes some of the pressure off of us to have to buy them so many things. And so that's fun. Plus they got aunties and uncles and grandma. So they are good. It don't matter to me. It's not the quantity of things, it's the quality. So I plan to have experiences with them. We'll have fun that day. But that's how I'm doing the holiday. So everybody, you have to find things that work for you. Don't think that you have to always go along with the status quo. People may get upset, they may get mad. It is what it is. You still have to live with you, and you have to do the best that you can, because constantly trying to live and regulate other people's emotions, meaning like you're trying to self correct and you're trying to guide your decisions based on how other people are going to feel about what you do. It's very heavy, stressful, it's unrealistic, and it's impossible to keep that up. You will start to feel it in the form of depression, anxiety, stress, isolation, sadness. Maybe you start drinking a lot or smoking a lot or whatever, but that is something that people run into when they're trying to live for other people or through other people. Hey Akila. I always say your name wrong and I don't know why, and like we didn't work together. I know it's Aquila. I hope I said it right again because I don't know why I always want to call you Aquila. I just don't. I know it's Aquila though. But hey, thank you so much. Thank you for joining and being on. Um, but yes, that's all I have today. I mean, I don't know if you guys have any questions. Let me check my inbox. Again, if you have any relationship questions, let me know always. I do have um I do have something on my page on my website. So I don't know if you guys have my website, but I'm going to post it. If you need any therapy and you're in Michigan, you can always message me and we can try to get you started in that way. I'm going to share my website with you guys right now. Hold on. Um, and if you haven't followed me and you're from Facebook, and please follow my YouTube channel. I did change the name to I am Jakita Reed or the Jakita Reed, my bad. So if you are from Facebook, please follow me on YouTube. And if you are on YouTube, follow me on my Instagram, the Jakita Reed, because that's my page. So here's my website. Um, I did want to show you all. I don't know how to share on this screen, so I have to figure it out. But I did want to present, so let me see if I can present extra camera slide, share screen. I'm just gonna share my screen and see if that works. So I'm gonna share my screen. Um, I don't want y'all to be all in my inbox and stuff. But let me see if I can share my screen on here. So I don't know if y'all can see this or not. Let me see if y'all can see that. Dang it, can somebody tell me, can y'all see my website when I put it up? Because I really need to know. I don't know. Let me remove this because I'm tripping. I don't know what I'm doing on here. I'm gonna have to try this again. But let me see. Stop screen share. Present. Excuse me, y'all. With my second, you see my website? Hey, Ma. Okay. I'm trying to go share my screen. Oh, let me go to Chrome tab. Okay, I did it. Okay. So now this is the screen that I wanted to show y'all. So this is my website, jakitareed.com. Um, and so I wanted to show you guys this is my website. Okay. I wanted to show you guys my services. So if you ever have any relationship questions, or things like that, I do have a ask a therapist on here. So if you have something, and I know, and I did this because people oftentimes need advice, quick advice right then and there. Maybe you have a problem and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to ask somebody this, or I need to tell somebody this, or I need to know what I need to do, and you can't wait, or maybe you don't even want a therapist long term. Mariana, please. Maybe you don't want a therapist long term. Maybe you just need to have someone to consult with every now and then, which is why I have my consulting business. You could just go on here on my page, jakitareed.com, go under services, click Ask Jakita, and it'll take you to this page where you fill out your question. So it's a 1 to 3 minute video that I'll submit back to you. You put your name, email, phone number, and then you write the question. So it is a payment of $14.99 for each question. So, but that's just because it's my time. You guys know this is the work that I do. And so it is $14.99, but I feel like that's not a lot for y'all to get some solid advice because I don't give you just a answer you can Google. So, but yes, that is my screen. Of course, if you need to reach me in any type of way, I also have my contact pages and things here. My podcast, if you don't know about my podcast, I need to upload some more things. But yes, so let me go ahead and go back to StreamYard. Yes, so that is my website. That is the Ask Jakita. So if you need or have any advice, or I mean, if you have any advice, if you have any questions and need someone to answer them, a professional or a therapist, a relationship therapist, or a consultant, a dating consultant, even if it's a dating question, even if it's about a person that you are talking to or dating, just let me know. Okay. I hope you guys have a great holiday. I'm not going to keep you any longer. I just wanted to come show my face. And two, if you are single and you watch this video, I am doing a podcast on the state of the dating pool or the state of the dating community next week. And so if you want to be a part of it, or you know someone who wants to be a part of it, or to be in it, please let me know. Please, please just hit me up, inbox me on my Facebook or my Instagram, or somewhere message me. You can go to my website and ask me a question and contact me on there. There's a contact page. You can also email me at bdmftherapy@gmail.com, bdmftherapy.com. You can always email me there. You can always text me to your question, 248-221-2617. That is my business phone number. Please don't spam me. Okay. But if you have any questions, just let me know. I hope you guys have a great day. And if you guys have any questions following this, I will let me go check one more time. I will make sure I get back on and ask them for you guys later. Okay. All right. Have a good day. Bye.